if you're skipping legs, that just tells me you don't take the gym seriously. Because if you're skipping legs, there's no way in hell you're taking care of your nutrition properly. You probably aren't pushing your sets harder. You're just unserious if you're skipping legs, okay? There, I said it. If you feel offended, good. I'm talking to you. Hopefully that sparks something inside your brain to stop skipping leg day.
Right, welcome back everyone. It is just me today. Yeah, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, brother's gone for 2 weeks. He is wait, is he on the plane now? I don't remember what time their flight was, but he might be in Poland already. I'm not sure, but it's back to just me. And yeah, he left at the perfect time. We were laughing about it earlier. He left at the perfect time because we've got legs today, and he was so happy. He was asking me, I think, at the start of the week, what are we doing on Friday? I was like, let me think. We got legs on Friday. He's like, yes. So I was happy. He's like, oh yeah, I'm flying out that day, so I don't have to do legs. So yeah, if you're watching this right now, I mean, by the time you're watching this, okay, I would have done legs already. Okay, so this is particularly to my brother. So yeah, it's a win for me. You can't laugh at me anymore. But yeah, anyway, he's just like a leg hater, which is understandable in the beginning. When you start going to the gym, I don't think anyone likes doing legs. But for me, I don't mind legs. Yeah, over the last 2 years or so, there was even a short period in time, and I'll emphasize short, where legs was my favorite. I honestly looked forward to legs. That's when I was squatting pretty much every leg day. And yeah, it was just something to look forward to. And nowadays, I like legs. It's pretty cool, especially now that I'm getting leaner and the pumps are a little bit more evident, because of course when you're bulking all the time, the pump checks for the legs, they're not great, because obviously you just have so much just fat and everything there that you can't really see any true definition. But yeah, will I be squatting today? Most likely not, because last leg day was a very heavy one, and I was doing squats then, and I feel like my legs, they have recovered, but not to the point where I feel like they're 100%. And if I've just started squatting again, especially on a cut, I'm going to slowly reintroduce them. So I think we're going to go back into every other leg day. We'll be squatting, which it works pretty well. Regardless, we're still going to go hard today. It just allows me to push on the leg press machine instead. Aside from that, leg extensions, adductors, hamstring curls, and calves as usual. Calves, okay. Last leg day, which we didn't film, I hopped back on the calf machine, which I used to hate a lot. However, I tried it again last week, because I can't really do kettlebell exercise right now because of my arm, even though my arm's getting a lot better, in case anyone out there is wondering. I was like, let me give this machine another go, and you know what? I enjoyed it a lot. So this is one of those examples. I might chat about this during the cardio chat today, where in the gym you may not like an exercise at first, but give it some time, come back to it, you may enjoy it again. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that calf press machine, which sounds really weird, but no point saying anything else. I can't speak today. Pre-workout taken. I'm feeling good. I'm going to go warm up like always, and I'll see you for whatever the first movement will be.
Right, warm up done. That being like always, I've done 7.5 minutes on the bike today, seated bike. Get the blood flowing through the legs, and some dynamic stretches like I always do, and like always, couple warm up sets. But just before we get into this, quickly I want to chat about something that I've been coming across a lot recently, and this is something that I've been learning. Obviously, this is still my first cut, but I went into the cut with the presumption that when you cut, you can't build new muscle, and just the goal of the cut is to limit the fat loss. Limit the muscle loss as much as possible whilst maximizing fat loss. And with that, of course, I thought, right, well, I won't be able to push the same weights because I'm not going to be getting stronger, etc., etc. But recently, I've come across a lot of stuff. I'm just saying that you can still push yourself as hard as you can, whatever. And I feel like there's definitely a mental thing, so I've been trying it out. with some of the exercises, just going similar to the weight that I would do on the bulk. And I think there's definitely some value to that, because I think when you prepare yourself going into a cut, like, right, I'm going to be weaker now, I think mentally that does play a part, and you might actually feel weaker. But if you tell yourself that I can still push the same weight, and you're done when you can on a bulk, I don't know, I feel like it flips a little switch, and yeah, maybe you can. I don't know the exact science behind it, but for that reason, we're going to go heavy for these leg extensions. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Anyways, we're going to start off, I think, 5 sets here today. Seeing as we're not squatting, we'll be on the leg press at the very end, but I think 5 sets, kick off, heavy sets. I'm going to superset with some hip adductions just to get them out of the way. Or do I save them for the hamstrings? I don't know. We'll see. But regardless, I'm feeling good. Let's get into set 1. Quick disclaimer, I'm going to show every set, because who wants to watch 5 sets of leg extensions? I think I'll show this set, set 3, and set 5. And I think for set 5 we'll do we'll make it a restful set, but great opener. Let's keep going. Alright, 5 gruesome sets later. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I've honestly learned to love this machine and this exercise. You just have to somehow trick your brain into embracing the burn. And before we move on, obviously we've got plenty of the leg day left. I think let's just do a quick quad pump check, because my quad's already feeling pretty pumped. I think later on in the workout, if I'm doing, I'm going to just have adductors now again, and then calves and hamstrings before we finish off on a leg press. The quad pump does go down a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely feeling pumped. And like I said, the cool thing with the cut now is all this definition here. I'm not sure how well the camera will pick it up even here. My left quad, I think, is bigger than my right. You see this bump here? I don't have that on my right leg, but yeah. What was I saying? This is just a cool feeling. Anyways, leg extensions done. And let's just keep it rolling, because we can just move straight over to final set of adductors, which you guys know. I mean, I preach about doing this machine every time, and I always say the same thing. If you're someone who's looking to increase their squat, yet you don't have this in your routine, and this is actually free gains for you, because adductors are great. They act to stabilize pretty much. They add to that thickness in your legs. And so, yeah, when you're squatting heavyweight, you need to be stable. You can't be swaying, side to side. You really just want to be working each rep with the best form. So working on your adductors is a little hack for that. And like I say, I just throw these in between leg extension and hamstring sets usually. So I end up doing about 6-7 sets of these every leg day. Just because, yeah, they're not great effort. Still, of course, push them hard to failure, but yeah, because on the inside of your leg, they don't affect your leg extension sets or your hamstring sets for that matter. So I like to just do them as supersets, get them out of the way, just be a bit more time efficient. But yeah, quads done. Adductors, I'll do, like I say, a couple more sets, but let's get some hamstrings in next. Right, hamstrings, admittedly not the most entertaining to watch, nor are they the most entertaining to do. I think this is my least favourite exercise in actually my entire, or in the entire gym, should I say, but have to be done. And yeah, you can't be training the front of your legs and not the back. Yeah, because they're quite boring to watch. We'll just show this set and the fifth one. But fifth set, 5 sets once again. Let's get to set 1. In a feeble attempt, it's feeble a word, I think it is, to try and make these more entertaining for myself. The last set, so set 4 and now set 5, I'm doing single leg, so one at a time. I also did it just because I wanted to see if I have some sort of imbalance. I just think in general, my right hamstring, which is a hamstring that I didn't pull it, I strained it a few years ago, is a tiny bit weaker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right leg first, go to failure, and then if let's say 8 reps is failure on my right leg, and then let's say if I reach 8 reps on my left leg and I feel like I've got another rep in, I'm just going to stop. I don't know if that's smart, but I feel like that can fix the imbalances, because that way, you know, I'm working the strength up to the same curve. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, yeah, thank God, final set. Okay, to be honest, I think, I don't know, maybe if there was like a gun pointed to my hand, I could have got one more rep on my left, but felt pretty even. Yeah, hamstrings done. I think before leg press, I might do calves first for a change, just because every time I get a pump check at the very end, it's before I even do calves, so I don't really have a calf pump. I don't know, I'll see, one of the two. We meet again, calf press machine. Like I said in the car, I done this calf machine for the first time on the last leg day for probably, actually definitely over a year, I would say. And yeah, came back to it last leg day, and I've kind of fallen in love with it again. I think when I was doing it earlier, my form was just a bit off. So, you know, I can just chat whilst I do this set. Yeah, I think the key, actually, I don't know what I was doing wrong. I can't remember, but it just didn't really hit my calves properly earlier. But so definitely I was doing something wrong. The key adjustment I think I've made is I'm bending my knees more on the way down, like this, letting my heels drop behind me, just pushing off with my toes basically. But I think the key thing is I'm letting my knees bend. I think earlier I was just doing this, which, I mean, it is working the calves, but I don't know. I think this just works better. And yeah, with calves I think I'm going to mash like 6 sets here. I'll see. With calves you can go quite high in volume. And also you don't have to take as long rest periods between sets, which means I can get through this pretty quickly. And also the cool thing about doing calves now is it's giving me also some time to recover before we finish off with a heavy press and movement from the quads and hamstring work that I just done as well. So it acts as sort of like a mediator, I suppose, in that sense. But yeah, I've done 2 sets here. I'm going to go for 4 more, like I say, and then I'm going to finish off with a leg press machine. Okay, as I finish the last set, I mean, from here my quads are looking pretty pumped, but sad realization, my left one is bigger. Quads, what about calves? My left one's bigger than my right. That makes me really sad. I need to fix this imbalance. Help me, please. Anyways, let's move over to leg press. Look at this, guys. We had Thanos in the gym, and it's a shame that Thanos doesn't have any manners. Because what the hell? There's plus 100 kilos on either side of this fucking leg press machine. I don't swear often on this channel, but stuff like this actually just pisses me off, because actually there was 125 kg on this side. If you're strong enough to be leg pressing all this weight, at least have the decency to be putting these weights back. I understand if you leave like 50 on each side, no, not even 50, 25 on each side, because most people won't be able to press that. Even 100 kg on there, it's just ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, final movement. We've got 50 on each side. Do I go a little bit heavier? Let's go 55. See, I can never remember my weight on this machine. Never. And I don't know why. I think it's maybe because I leg press every other leg day when I'm not squatting. So I just don't remember. And also when I'm on a bulk and on a cut, it's just different weights, and it depends on if I do this machine first or if I do it last. So many different factors, but oh well, I think this should be good. That is, also need to adjust this backrest down, and yeah, this feels too heavy straight away. Obviously I'll just drop weight, but it should be manageable. Yeah, 3 sets here. Let me just make sure that everything's in frame here. Yep, we're chilling. Let's get into set number 1 for the final exercise of this leg day. Right, I was definitely feeling heavy, but I think perfect weight, 10 reps. Yeah, you definitely feel the fatigue of doing a compound movement at the end of the lift, at the end of the leg day, when you know the pre-workout is pretty much gone. Yeah, all your muscles in the legs are already fatigued, and it's the final push. But yeah, I do like to switch up. Sometimes compound movements first for legs, sometimes last. Just depends on how I'm feeling, really. Yeah, let's go for 2 more sets. I think I'll keep the same weight for this next one, and I'll probably drop to 5 plates for set 3. Okay, legs cooked. That is a leg day done. Very happy with that. Great intensity today. Honestly, zero complaints, I don't think. Yeah, no core work done that needs to be done today, sorry. Doing that every other day. We done some yesterday, so I'm going to finish up with some cardio. So in that case, see you guys on the treadmill. Okay, if I'm being, brutally honest with myself, legs, comparatively to everything else, are probably not my strongest. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hold on, I don't even know if I'm in frame here. I think my legs are pretty decently sized. You guys let me know and be completely honest in the comments, you know. I don't need any sympathy votes. Like I say, I push my leg days hard. I think I need to definitely do more squatting. Because, I mean, I love squats. It's just my knees. That's my issue. It sounds like such a common excuse to be not squatting because your knees hurt. But, I mean, I've had knee issues ever since I was a kid, really. I was one of those kids that had Osgood-Schlatter disease, whatever the hell it's called. And then, going into like COVID times, I used to do a lot of running, loads of running. And then I remember my knees just got so bad to a point, right? I remember one incident in particular, I had a shooting pain, right? From the right side of my knee, went all the way down the side of my calf, underneath my foot, and I was like on the sole of my foot. And that's when I was like, okay, there is definitely something wrong with my knees. And genetically speaking, my dad has dodgy knees, my granddad has dodgy knees. So, I didn't win the genetic lottery in that case. But, I went to see a physio. They just gave me leg strengthening exercises to do, which didn't really help at all. So, am I doomed for life? I'd like not to think so. I'm going to try and do some more running soon, I think, because I used to love running, right? Especially during COVID. You know, when you could go outside for your 1 day thingy, whatever that bullshit was about. I used to always go on runs. I'd do 10Ks like every other day. Because, I mean, I come from a footballing background and I'd done a lot of cross country as a kid as well. So, yeah, running I feel like is in my DNA. But then, one day my knees said, no, you can't do that. Is what it is. Speaking of running, cardio, time for that. So, see you on a treadmill for a little chat. Alright, you guys join me 1 minute and 6 seconds into my cardio. It was because the song I was playing was too good to end early. If you're interested, Tour Up by Don Toliver. Saw that one live, by the way. I've seen Don Toliver live twice now. I think if we're having a quick rap discussion, I think right now he is the best in the rap game. Is that a controversial statement? I don't know. He's killing every feature that he's on. All of his last album, he doesn't have a bad album. What do you guys think? Anyone out there who listens to rap, let me know your thoughts. Who is the king of hip hop right now? Kendrick? That's another discussion, but I'd say right now, especially with the volume of music that he's producing. And he's got an album coming, which I cannot wait for. Like I say, it's my favourite artist as of probably the last year, I'd say. Anyways, first of all, leg day. Very good leg day. I like to switch it up. Sometimes you guys will see me start off with isolation movements, like the leg extensions, etc. Sometimes you guys will see me start with compound movements. Which do I think is better? The argument with starting with your compound movements first is your legs don't have any fatigue. Compound movements is where you gain most of your strength from. That's when you're at your freshest. So I should do it first. You can press the most weight. And then on the flip side, starting with isolation movements. Well, going further then into your compound movements down the line in the workout, your legs are all nicely warmed up, and they already have a slight pump which can aid your reps and sets for your compound movement. So there are arguments for both sides, and that's why I switch it up, because I do believe both are true. Two things can be true at the same time. So yeah, that will be my method going forward. But I think for isolation movements, leg extensions will 100% be the first movement pretty much every leg day, just because quads are king when it comes to legs, right? For a guy anyway. For any female viewers, which I don't know, I'll get the demographics up. I don't know if I have any. They'd probably say glutes, but for us guys out here, we want those big quads. Yeah, what that means is also probably be squatting next leg day. Like I say, last leg day I squatted. I done 3 sets, 80 kg first set, 90 kg second set, 85, 90, 85, or 85, 90, then 80, I think. So probably be something very similar for the next leg day when that comes around, but I don't even want to start thinking about that. Yeah, I think as much as I preach about enjoying leg day, by pushing yourself harder during a leg day, you will embrace it more. I think there's no better feeling than actually finishing that leg day and knowing you don't have to do it for the next 3 days. But it is essential. I can't lie. It's such a common joke and stereotype in the gym community to say, I'm a leg day skipper, ha ha ha. Which I think when you start out in the gym, for like your first year of going to the gym, of working out, you find that funny, so you can relate, whatever. But then, if you are experienced enough, you've been going for 2+ years, or let's just say you're serious straight enough and you don't skip legs. Is it really a joke? It's just because if you're skipping legs, that just tells me you don't take the gym seriously. Because if you're skipping legs, there's no way in hell you're taking care of your nutrition properly. You probably aren't pushing your sets harder. You're just unserious if you're skipping legs, okay? There, I said it. If you feel offended, good. I'm talking to you. Hopefully that sparks something inside your brain to stop skipping leg day. Because, be real with yourself. Be honest, okay? What did you start going to the gym for? To look bigger? To have a nice physique? To be stronger? Okay, or whatever other reason. I'd say those are the main ones. Okay, so how do you think that you're going to look in 5 years' time if you train hard, all of your upper body, but you never touch legs? You're going to look so funky. You're literally going to look like Gru. And arguably you look worse than before you even started going to the gym, because you're just going to look so disproportionate. So if you know that you're in it for the long haul, if you know that you're sticking with legs, sticking with the gym for real, because you actually want to make progress and you're not just here for 2 months because it's summer, do a little bit of work and then you fuck off when winter comes around again. You're actually serious about making progress and making changes. You'll know not to skip legs, okay? Because, like I say, you're just going to look so funky if you are a leg day skipper. And there's so many videos out there that I've seen of people, massive upper body. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. Why are they always wearing joggers? And then maybe they'll come in with shorts one day and they have 2 little stick legs. You don't want to be skipping legs. do not want to be skipping legs. And yeah, like I say, if anyone has been going to the gym for long enough, you will know that it's not even a question to be doing that. This is just more for those people that are just starting out. They aren't fully committed to a gym. They're sort of just doing it just to do it, but they're not really making any progress. Or like I say, they're in the first few weeks or months and they don't know what they're in for yet. But the good thing of that is it's not too late. Never too late to just not skip legs. So next time, you know you've trained chest, you've trained back, trained your shoulders, trained your bis and tris. What do you have next? I'm not even going to answer that question, but you know what you got to train next. And yeah, just don't skip it. Do not skip legs. Yeah, I don't even want this chat here, or don't plan on this chat even being something along these lines of leg day skippers, but here we are. Tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow is chest, which is cool. Because who doesn't love chest? And will I be bench pressing again? I'm tempted, because I'll be honest, my chest is still sore from the last chest day, which is crazy. It's not felt this sore for a long time, this many days after a workout. And I mean, I put that down to one anomaly in my chest days, which I did last time, but I don't usually do. That was a bench press, so it definitely had some sort of magical effect. But I'll see, because I don't know if I want to be doing it every single chest day. I think every other one will be good, and then starting the other chest days with incline work. Like I say, I mentioned it in the last chest day, especially when I start to lean bulk, I want to be chasing new PRs for the bench. And yes, I can just do other compound movements for the chest, and then I will get stronger and I can do a new bench. But I think, you know, the repetition of getting those reps and sets in, training your nervous system as well, which is another thing that I read up about. These things are all important to do them, to practice, so that when you do go for that PR, the bench isn't new to you. You've got all that practice in, and ultimately, who doesn't want a better bench press? Like I say, I've got that 100 kg in my belt, but I do want to chase some bigger numbers. Yeah, just mini goals. So yeah, chest day tomorrow. Probably won't be starting on the bench. Like I said, it'll be every other one, but never say never. So I'm feeling tomorrow. If I have that urge to get under that bar, then that's what we'll do. Yeah, anyways, I'm going to leave it here. We are 11 minutes into the cardio. I was going to go for half an hour today, because typically I do 30 minutes on here when my brother's not here. But after a leg day, every step is more painful than the next. So yeah, I'll get to 15. I'll call it there. Calorie wise, I am on about 900. So yeah, I left myself spare like 1,000 calories, so I can have a slightly bigger dinner tonight. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I'm going to get 80 grams of protein in, so it should be relatively simple. Oh, I know I'm going to make this jerk chicken breast, okay, with a little bit of rice. Oh, so good, so good. One of my mate's cousins, no one's really listened to this anyway, but it's helping my cardio time particular. One of my mate's cousins has his own jerk sauce or jerk marinade business. I'll leave here, I'll put a picture up now, but I'll also leave a link in the description to his Instagram. So good. I was blessed enough to be given a free jar, and I made it 2 days ago, and I had some yesterday. I'm going to have some more today. I need to ask for another jar because it's already finished basically. Yeah, so good. So, and yeah, with 300, I think I have 350 or 340 grams of just chicken breast, which is 100 grams of protein, with 80 grams of rice, which is about 100 calories, and that all in all comes, including the marinade and the oil, I think it's like 830 calories, something like that, for a return of 100 plus grams of protein. Not bad at all. So that's most likely going to be my dinner tonight. Anyways, yeah, I've rambled on for too long now. Luckily, I've only got 2 more minutes of this inclined walk to go. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys like always for watching, and see you for chest and shoulders tomorrow.